Yes, Clubby TV pre-game show. Welcome back to all our viewers. This stream is obviously brought to you by the great people at BWS. Need your game day bevies. BWS has got you sorted. As always, watching the footy tonight, thanks to KO Sports, the only place where you can watch all the footy all weekend, especially this weekend. Channel 7's thrown in the towel, and we've picked it up. Alongside me is Adam Baldwin and Will Swale. How are we, gents?
Great to be here, Willie. Clubby TV debut for me. Long time, first time, I think they say in the radio game, don't
First
they?
and last.
Absolutely.
No, I'm doing Sunday too, so that's the thing when you're the boss, you can just book yourself in. That's what I've done this week.
Swale, how are you, my friend?
It's been a long week, mate. As a Crows supporter, it's been an emotional roller coaster, but we find ourselves here on Thursday night, ready for a great game of footy.
Absolutely, and
He's hurting.
Yeah, he would. I'd be hurting. Very much the same, Swale. Just before we get on to the ranking stuff, John Smith in the chat. Why is Swale named after an open drainage channel?
Well, that's actually not the case. Swale is a small mound on a golf course, so we'll roll with that. I've never heard of the open drainage channel, so I might have to investigate.
John's obviously a very literal operator.
Yeah, I think Johnny was here before us, so I think he might be onto something here.
It's good to see John Smith in the chat, but let's get stuck into the hottest topic in the AFL at the moment. Isaac ranking.
Ranking. Yeah,
Sorry,
You got me ranking 3 times
So
now.
where do we rank the outcome?
Gee
Is that
whiz.
the question?
Yeah, it's on everyone's lips at the moment. The 5 down to the 4 weeks.
It's sensitive areas, isn't it? Like you got to be careful with what you say, but go, Wilbur.
Well, I think there's precedents that have been set for everyone in the league. I was talking to... We do have Bede behind the desk as well. He's got his mic with him. I was chatting with Bede pre-stream, and the precedence has been set for everyone with the 5 weeks over the last couple hearings with the MRO. And I'm unsure what was said for Isaac Rankin's case for it to be dropped to 4 weeks, but yeah, I'm a little bit lost myself.
I'm going to quickly fix this KO sign.
No, it just does that.
Good flashes.
So I'm just reading the article on the AFL website, and it says that there was 5 weeks initially, and then down to 4 based on what the Crows were able to position in terms of mitigating certain circumstances, which are medical, which they didn't go into. So I guess it's probably not worth speculating about what that exactly was. But, I mean, this is the outcome that everyone expected, so there's no surprises, really.
Yeah. Swale, you are a Crows man. Is there any sort of, like... What's your emotions? Put me in a Crows fan's shoes.
Are you annoyed? I think the question for me is: Are you annoyed at the framework that's got this outcome, or are you mostly frustrated with the player?
A bit of both, to be truthful. Like, you know, it's a stupid situation we find ourselves in. I think first and foremost, like, you've gone from Saturday night, which is probably the highlight of all Crows fans, the club in the last, call it 8 years. There's been some tough years of some really poor performance, some very, very little to celebrate, and they really get that big scalp, lock in the minor premiership all but, beat Collingwood at home, haven't done that in 10 years. Like, you're at the absolute high of highs, and, looking pretty bulletproof. The AFL media are all talking about, like, who's going to beat them. It's been a long time since anyone's been speaking like that. And then within 24 hours, the season's turned on its head. That being said, I want to preface that I still think they can win it. I'm a biased supporter, but I still think they can win it. But, it's not ideal, is it? Like, the whole week, there's no way it's not consuming the players and, the coaches and, everyone internally. That it just has to be. Like, as fans, it's all we've spoken about. They'd have to be on their minds. So, yeah, like, it's disappointing. Like, Isaac, from my, very brief encounters with him, he's, a lovely person that's made a mistake. So, like, he would know more than anyone that he's really stuffed this one up, and I'm sure he will get to work and get better. And obviously won't do it again, and it's a bit of a line in the sand, hopefully for.
Well, hopefully it is, because I feel like there's over the last 2 years been 3 or 4 incidents very public, and this still keeps happening. I guess when it happened and when there was no contention over what was actually said, it was really the only outcome possible.
Yeah.
Do you have any concerns over Saturday and the players' mindset going into that game, given what's happened?
I think it's a danger game. Certainly, they've all but locked up. There's a double chance. It's been a big week. You'd imagine they're not, there's probably some bruise-free footy. North have got a free swing at them.
They do.
So, yeah, I think they're a really, really good team. So, you know within the first 10 minutes, hopefully they rock up and put a few on them and, put it all behind them, let the footy do the talking. But yeah, it's certainly not an ideal position to be in.
So, who's the next man up, Willie?
Next man up. Well, everyone in the team, I feel like, has got to chip in a little bit extra. It's a superstar player that they'll have to play without, and it's just that lack of flair. So I don't know. I would say your next one up is Josh Rochelle, but he's sidelined.
Yeah, how far away is he?
He's back.
Sorry. I think he'll probably play first final, as well as Max Michelini, who will be back as well. So, I mean, they're two very big ins.
Yeah.
So Hugh Bond's been doing a really good lockdown job in defence. So there's talks about Max potentially maybe playing that defensive forward.
Yeah, right. Okay, there's a scoop.
You're not writing them off. There's no way.
I mean, he's a gun player, right? But I reckon that if it was Jordan Dawson or Riley Thilthorpe or even one of the key backs, I think you say that maybe they can't win it. But I think that as good as he is, and he is a match winner, I think they can still win it without him.
I'd like to think so. You never know. It could galvanise him. Bring him closer.
So what has to happen for his season not to be over?
So the Crows lose week 1.
So you need to lose week 1.
And then make a grand final. So, you don't tempt fate. So, as a Crows supporter...
So if you win week 1, season
we
over
got a week off, yeah. So you don't want to tempt fate. You don't want to see him again this year, unfortunately.
Really?
That being said... Well, no, there's no way. You don't want to lose a final.
It's a hard road to lose one and then... make it and win 4 in a row.
We want Gold Coast
3 in a row.
We want Gold Coast beat Port. We then want them to spank Essendon and finish top 4 and see Gold Coast week 1 in the finals, and then. So this is turned into Crows nothing.
It could be. It's probably going to be either Gold Coast, Hawthorn, or Brisbane. Is that right?
I tell you who you'd like out of those 3.
Yeah, Gold Coast.
Gold Coast, they've never played a final. Get him in Adelaide. He spanked them by 30 or 40 points recently. They're the one you want. And if you win week 1. Get through, momentum's back up. Gee whiz.
Who do you least want?
I just don't think Brisbane are scared of anyone and travelling.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have thought.
Yeah. Finals footy suits their brand.
As it stands at the moment, the Crows are the number 1 on the ladder, and they would play Collingwood.
Yeah,
right. 1v1.
But so this weekend, obviously, Collingwood should beat Melbourne, but I wouldn't have thought the percentage would be a massive shift. So then Gold Coast play Port, who I don't believe Gold Coast have. I don't think they've ever won at Adelaide Oval. So that's a stat which isn't in their favour.
They'll be fizzed up after losing
Never won
last
at
week.
Adelaide Oval.
I don't think. No, they've never won at Adelaide Oval.
Didn't they? Or was it Amy Park that they rolled?
Amy Stadium.
Amy Stadium that they rolled.
Their first ever win.
Yeah. I remember that vividly.
Against Port, but so Gold Coast have never won at Adelaide Oval. I think under Dimmer they've got a harder edge to them. So you'd like to think they go there and beat them.
Geez, 11 fired up after last week. That was weak as piss.
Yeah.
So ideally they then go and beat. I think Essendon buys at 50 or 60 points. They beat them by and get the percentage back, and then Gold Coast finish 4th, which is just crazy.
Well, they've had a good enough year to finish.
Sorry,
4th.
we just gone off script.
No, I was thinking. So you said the Suns play Port in Adelaide Oval.
Yep.
Which they're probably for the first time ever favoured in an
They're like
Adelaide Oval game.
$25, $30. Yeah, absolutely.
Kenny's last game, bit of emotion for the Power though, so they could live for him.
Boak's last game.
Yeah.
Well, this is a good segue, gents. Good segue.
Yeah.
Good segue. As all thanks to KO, we're going to do season grades for the following teams: Port, Sydney, Suns, Bulldogs, Giants, Hawks, Collingwood, Geelong, and Adelaide. So with the Suns going to Adelaide Oval and facing Port, let's put a bow on Ken Hinkley's final season. How do we assess it?
Jeez.
Disaster.
It's been shit.
I gave it an E. I mean, if it's not an E, it's an F.
it's just been nothing short of a disaster. Like they've obviously you learnt on Channel 7 this week that there was some circumstances that there was some money that had been held over, which I think if Kenny did go, if they got rid of it at the start of the year, they would have paid him out close to 1.2 million or something. So clearly, financially, it wasn't in their best interests.
Yep.
And I think he still gets 400 grand, which is nice for Kenny.
I don't think it's about the coach though. I mean, I think he's been super successful, albeit hasn't won a flag. I think their list is in strife personally.
Oh, really?
Which is why they're at this point.
Well, it's interesting. Like their list is in strife as a result of injuries. I think it shows that their top end's good enough. But the second you lose Marshall, Butters was out early in the year, so it got off on the wrong foot.
Rosie's been in and out.
Rosie's in and out. Pal Pepper. They just had injuries that they couldn't afford. Like Lukosius.
I've got their list up now.
Yep.
I'm going to do speed round. I'm going to name like their main guys. Tell me if you think they're going to be part of like their next premiership window.
Yep.
Or their next attack. Connor Rosie.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Sam Pal Pepper.
Yeah.
Is it 3 ACLs
Yeah.
or 2? Like, is it only injuries will only hold him back? He's a star.
Yeah,
Is he a potential move player?
He's just done his second or third ACL. I just don't think there's currency.
Right. Ryan Burton.
Probably not.
No.
He done.
Good player, good bloke, but probably done.
Todd Marshall.
So much talent.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
If he can stay healthy.
Had a bloody torrid run. He's one you want to see. Like, I hate Port Adelaide. I want to see him do well.
Yeah.
Kane Farrell.
Yep. Gun.
Jace Burgoyne.
Yeah.
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 Josh Sin.
TBC.
First round draft pick.
Potentially.
Zach Butters.
I think he'll move. I think he
Butters
might
will
even move this year.
Let's put a pin in that one because that
Yeah.
might come up later. Trav Boak.
Retired.
Jeremy Finlayson.
No.
Sia Jezza.
No.
Here's an interesting one. Jack Lukosius.
I haven't seen enough of him this year. I mean,
Jeez.
so
Dimo wanna
super
get rid-
talented.
Dimo want to get rid of him for a reason.
Yeah, I think you can. He doesn't like that type of player, obviously, but I think there's a room for a player like that in every club. Like Melbourne's got Bailey Fritsch. He's sort of a bit like that. Like,
So just quickly, who's on this Footy and Friends
I
account
think
right
Dill,
now?
Yeah.
Dill's having his
No,
say.
I don't think it's Dill. I reckon it might be
Oh, it could be Link.
Link, because 2 ACLs will. That would be Link being a
Yeah.
full.
yeah,
enough.
yeah. No,
Ivan Soldo.
no, I think you move on.
He'll be on Love Island.
Miles Bergman.
Yes.
We just re-signed on big
Yeah.
money.
He's
So,
re-signed,
yeah.
Okay. Willie Rioli.
No.
Nah.
Tradable.
Ollie Wines.
I think he'll finish his career there, but I mean, he's probably past his Brownlow best, isn't he?
Yeah, he probably won't be around for the window.
Hort Francis. Yes.
Yeah, gun.
Star.
Yeah.
Georgiades.
Star.
Yeah.
Friend of Footy and Friends.
What's his
Friend, he
contract
gave you a
status?
name check in Footy and Friends this week.
Yeah,
Said he caught up with you.
had a few beers with him on Saturday night.
He said you're in good form.
I was in too good a form, I think.
Yeah.
I think I might have. I've been carrying on a little bit.
Alir.
Star. I think he's pretty banged up at Lear this year, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, gun.
Logan Evans. Dylan Williams.
No, you
Jordan
start.
Sweet.
So this is the thing. They got 10 really good players, but I don't think they have the depth.
It really drops
It's
off here.
Mitch is a
Like,
good
It must
I'm
be
just gonna go
Deal.
through some guys. Brandon Zirk Thatcher, Jordan Sweet, Lachlan Charlson, Asava Radigalia, Willem Drew.
Sweetie's had a
Lord.
breakout year to be the only.
Well, he's got Soldo spot, doesn't he?
Yeah,
He got dropped about 6 weeks ago, didn't he?
but
Who
then
for?
came back
For
in and
Vicentini.
He did. He got dropped.
Yeah.
I
came
think he
back
had
in
about
and
20
then-
coaches votes on him in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
And that,
He's one of your boys, isn't he, Wilbur?
yeah, he's my boy.
did
But then he came back against Hawthorn and had a ball terror in a shit game.
off the top of your head, what kind of picks do they have? Have they kind of sold the farm?
No,
I
they've
think
got
they've
nothing.
traded their
Horn
picks
and-
away, haven't they?
No,
They
they-
got no picks. That's why they couldn't get Wanganeen Miller if he.
For Lukosius.
Is there
Yeah.
a chance they go like 2010, 2009, all the way down Port, like a West Coast level
I don't think
drop?
their top end's too good. It was interesting to see Kane Corn said in the last 24 hours that given how, and he's a Ken Hinkley guy, but given how the fans treated Ken Hinkley for making top 4 last year, then the expectation on Josh Carr is that they make the grand final. Otherwise, it's a bust, which is like obviously a pretty binary statement, but it shows that they have high expectations of where they're at. I don't think they'll drop all the way down, but they risk becoming a middling list.
Okay. Yeah.
This is definitely Mac. Link just carrying on the chat.
Okay, to put a bow on Port, you said E, Baldy?
Yeah.
F, Will? What do you think?
I think they've had some tough run with the injuries, and the whole coaching situation didn't help. D.
I gave them a D+. They had some good games, but just a few good games here or there aren't going to make a season.
Okay, let's move on to the Sydney Swans, who are in 10th spot with 11 wins and 11 losses.
Talk about a wasted season.
Yeah.
It's probably the season they had to have, though. Coaching changeover, change of voice, change of style. I think like the biggest challenge they've had this year is losing their best player, Errol Goulden, for a period of time.
Yep.
But geez, they'll be happy with how they finished the year, and I think they're a team that can bounce next year.
I think they're just a consistent forward away from being scary.
Yeah. And imagine if they get Charlie Curnow.
Well,
that would.
They're the one that sort of just they've always got something in the background. And when they pulled off the Buddy deal, like I'm sure they'll pull off something. And yeah, it's a wasted year. There's no question. Like, obviously the injuries didn't help, but they're two. Like, Papley, Errol. Who else have they missed a lot of the year? Like, the forward line's been depleted. Amadi. They've had a tough run with injuries.
Yeah, that's probably the key forward mix they haven't really nailed. But it's so hard to come back after a grand final, and particularly losing one. So
Had a couple.
history would suggest that this is how it was going to play out.
What do you reckon, Wilbur?
Yeah, what did I put down? I had them as a D, but the last couple
That's
games,
harsh, isn't it?
it is a little bit harsh because
They're
I
the 10th best team in the comp.
I am now looking at it from your guys'
It's a failed
perspective.
season. They've come from a grand final.
Yeah, they've been up there for the last however many years, and then just to really go absolute kaput.
This time last year, though, they were the Adelaide. They were top of the ladder. Everyone thought they were flying. So.
They could win 12 games, and in some years that gets you into finals.
Don't forget as well, they played in a prelim in 2023, and then we're in the grand
Who
final.
did they lose to in 2023? Leg will tell us.
Geelong?
Was it a prelim or a semi?
That Selwood's last...
Did Collingwood beat Sydney? No.
Yeah.
They beat Giants.
Did Brisbane beat Sydney to go into the grand final?
Link will tell us.
Yeah, Link will tell us. But then the year before that, obviously playing against Geelong in the granny, and they looked like they were going to be all right until the whole Geelong side rocked up on the day.
There's no doubt there's some scar tissue there. So how they get through that, time will tell.
Do we like Jamara for Sydney?
No.
Carlton beat them in the Elam final.
Okay.
There you go.
So stay away from Jamara if you're the Swans.
Oh, jeez, you'd have to be brave, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I don't know enough about it, but he's not really demonstrating that he's wants to commit to living
What
the high
about
performance
Logan
lifestyle.
McDonald?
Well, Logan hasn't strung it together. He's played a lot of VFL this year, didn't he? I don't know.
They don't think he's the answer, obviously. I mean, they've
Yeah.
had doubts in him since they didn't play him in the grand final a few years ago.
True. Yeah, I think obviously Jamara is the most incredible talent. Like, there's no questioning that. But he's obviously got his own troubles at the moment, which I hope he can sort himself out. Like, because if he gets himself right, he'd be an amazing pickup.
Yeah.
But I think that's probably territory that's well above us.
All right, fellas. The Suns of Gold Coast.
Jeez. What did I write for them?
They have the absolute pass mark, in my opinion. They have to win a final.
Win a final, not just
Yeah, I
make it.
agree with that. I agree
Make
with
up the
that.
numbers. If they make the top four, if they can't win a final, what a waste of a year. Like,
Yeah.
all the talent in the world
I'm sure that's their expectation.
has
there-
to be.
Can they make a prelim?
Yeah, definitely.
100% they can.
Yeah.
Can they win the flag this year?
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, I think. I don't think they can, but they can absolutely win a final, and I think they can get to the grand final.
What do you think they're missing, either from a free agent or like development from like Jed Walter and some of young guys? Do you think it's just getting another year under Dimmer and they'll be a top
Probably
four threat?
a crowd.
Yeah.
No, not taking the piss. Like, you see what, like, I'm obviously Crone's biased, but you saw what they did against Collingwood and Hawthorn. If they were both away games, there's no way they win those games, I reckon.
No.
54,000, absolutely screaming, going nuts. So I just think, like, I just don't feel like they've got that real, like, spirit.
Nah, they're probably not gonna. They're probably not gonna, to be honest, for a while. think they would want for finals experience. In terms of their list, I don't think they're missing anything in particular. Maybe a really good small forward.
Yeah, true.
But they've got a stack of academy picks coming in. I'd be surprised if they were aggressive at the trade table, given what they've got. So
Their academy's just pumping out
Yeah, I know.
like guns left and right.
yeah,
Like the last couple of years, like Walter, Rogers, Lombard, and then Hewlin to come through the ranks as well. It's just been crazy.
They must have so much talent there too. So I obviously don't follow it, but you probably do.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, Zeke Hewlin, he was playing for their VFL, and he had 20 plus in the Magoos. So it was he can fit in well in the big league. So it'll be exciting to see for Gold Coast.
I think they got 5 players that could be academy selections, and so much to the point where I don't think they would have been able to fit Kalani White in. Hence why maybe one of the reasons why he's chosen Melbourne.
Yeah, good call for Kalani White as well to go to Melbourne.
Baldy, you said small forward
Yeah.
for the Suns, and my ears pricked up because you also said that, or someone said Willie Rioli could potentially be.
Maybe.
So is Willie Rioli an option?
I think he'd be good for them. Yeah.
Does he work hard enough to set
Well,
a
that's the
standard?
question.
And or Liam Ryan?
Yeah, I'd prefer Liam Ryan. Although I heard last night that Liam Ryan's played, I don't know, he's played 120 AFL games, kicked 150 goals, never kicked more than 30 in a season. So he probably looks better than his results suggest.
We're all that real.
He's quite young. He's younger than what you think he is.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I thought he started late.
No, because in his I think he was either in his second or first year when they won the flag.
Was he really? No, for West Coast.
I reckon he's at least 29.
Yeah, I'd say. We're about to find out, aren't we?
He's 28.
Okay,
He's
that
28.
surprises me a little
and
bit.
he'll be 29 this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't doubt
He was
Baldy.
a mature ager. But
Yeah,
I think
he
he's
was.
got plenty of good footy.
Yeah.
Like, you can't... The 30 goals thing, like, how do you kick 30 goals? For West Coast have been for the last 5 years.
Fair. But you look at Jack Higgins, who's kicked mid-40s this
Yeah.
year. Pickett's spent a lot of time in the midfield, kicked high 30s. Liam Ryan has only played 20-plus games once in his career. Debuts as a 21-year-old. Thanks, Lincoln.
Thank you, Lincoln.
We spoke about him on Tradies. There you go. It
Friends
is
of the
Lincoln.
network.
Well, it's definitely not Dill
Yeah.
then.
So if you're the Suns, you'd rather Liam Ryan than Willie Rioli.
I would, yeah. Well, I think Willie Rioli's a better goal kicker, but I think Liam Ryan's a better player.
He's obviously related to Dan Rioli, cousins or
Yes.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not sure about that one.
All right, let's put a bow on Gold Coast with. I'm interested. Who do you think is going to win their best and fairest?
Anderson.
Anderson.
Or
Clear and
Rao.
away.
Anderson or Rao.
Anderson.
Ben
Someone-
Long's had a really good year.
Yeah.
All Australian year.
Nah.
No, I don't think so. Took Miller's been great as well. I think they've finally got some consistent players across the board, which has probably been the difference this year.
I think Anderson just pips Miller and Rao based off healthiness. 'Cause-
Played every game, hasn't he?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just think
Anderson could win the Brownlow. I think, what
Yeah.
is he in top 3 in the Coaches Association award? So,
top 3 in the betting, I think.
All right, Willie T, your Bulldogs.
Yeah.
did we give him a grade for the Suns? I'm giving
Yeah,
him a B+,
Suns.
but it could easily be an A+.
I
If they
gave,
win a final,
Yeah.
that's an A+. plus.
Yeah.
I
An
gave
A
him
if they win the
No,
final.
A+ you're going to win 2 finals.
You got to win the flag, you get an A+, don't
Yeah,
you?
so yeah.
I gave
Ridiculous.
based off the home and away season. I gave Collingwood, Gold Coast an B+.
Yep.
Could definitely be an A if they win some finals.
B+ is 80, 80 out of 100, which is a good year. I think
Yeah.
if you're going to win a final, you're getting into the A-, A territory.
Yeah.
What's the highest they can finish, the Suns?
Top
Fourth.
4.
Yeah,
So they could finish top 4.
Mate,
Yeah.
they're red hot chance to
They
finish
will.
top 4. Yeah.
If they beat Port and then beat Essendon, they got the percentage to finish top 4.
Yep.
And that will be an away game.
They'll
Okay.
play Adelaide in Adelaide likely,
Yeah, which
Right.
is what Will wants.
which I want. Just give us that as a cheat code.
Okay. Dogs. Bulldogs. No, I just have one other question. So if the Suns, let's say the Suns finish 5th and they play who would
Bulldogs,
finish
I think.
8th?
Is
The
it
Dogs.
Bulldogs?
Yeah, the Dogs
Or
maybe.
Freo.
It's like, what scenario would have to happen for them to pack out Metricon in a final?
All the opposition fans travel, which they
Well,
probably
Collingwood, every time the Collingwood go there,
Yeah,
they sell it out.
That's right.
Yeah.
Um,
And that's the only team?
No, if they made a final, surely. I mean, they'll give tickets
I think
away.
they would.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
to be honest, I mean, be fair, they draw a much better crowd than the Giants do.
Yeah.
So-
they do, yeah.
They'd have to get close to selling it out, you'd think.
Willie, how do you assess
Well, if
your
they finish
team's
top 4, they're
season?
going to have a top 4.
A home final. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the Doggies have been a bit everywhere. I didn't. It's been like I gave them a B- this year. They've just been the same spot again, floating around
Every year.
towards the bottom 8. Yeah.
I saw a crazy stat.
So I saw that as well. I know what you're about to say. Say it.
No, you definitely recite it better than I will.
No, just that how many times their season has gone down to the final day of the year, and most of them they've been able to win through. Is that what
Yeah.
you saw?
Yeah, I saw that as well. And
Yeah.
you go, why? Because, I think they've been relatively healthy this year. I know that missed Bont for a little bit of a chunk who, you can't underestimate that importance. But, they've just got stars in every line. Clearly it's their defence, but gee whiz, they just continue to underperform.
You've hit the nail on the head. I think it's the way they play. They prioritise scoring, attacking, and I think you leave yourself vulnerable.
But they just prioritise that because they just don't have any good defenders.
I think it's probably more a philosophy thing than Beveridge. They just like getting the ball outside the stoppage and going all in terms of moving the ball forward. And if you turn it over, you get hurt the other way.
What if you put the season to one side and just the fact that you've got Sam Darcy and he's just going to be the best player in the competition if he's
And
not
Bond
already.
too. I think he's the best player in the competition.
Yeah.
So
But the Sam Darcy thing is such a they knew that he was going to be good, but no one thought he was going to be this good.
Yeah,
this young.
he's a star, but he still has quite days.
Mm.
He's not the finished product yet.
Do you think Bevo's playing him well?
I
Put
don't
him
watch
in the
him
ruck
close enough, to be honest.
sometimes,
yeah, I think so.
up the ground.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important to. I mean, he's probably thinking how do we get the best out of him today, but also, how do we keep developing him? And the way the game's structured at the moment with the sub rule, having someone that can second ruck is important. And to be honest, it's not as though other ruckmen are jumping into him and going to hurt him. They just stand there and wrestle.
Push each other off
It's
now,
not
don't
like
they?
it used to be.
And he's quite dominant in the ruck too.
Yeah, well, he's obviously going to outreach most ruckmen.
We've seen when he was around the ground, he's marking when it's not a pack of
Yeah.
15
Yeah.
deep in the forward line. He takes them. I mean, that mark he took the other week, you go
Yeah,
far
it's
out.
unreal, yeah.
You are so talented. As a Bulldogs supporter, you must be excited, Wilbur.
I've been licking my lips the last couple of weeks seeing not only Sam Darcy do well, but Aaron Norton finding his gear
Yeah,
to
that's
shoot
been
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
He's kicked bags of 5, 7, 4 last couple of weeks, and to be able to see both of them working in tandem, heading into finals, it gives a little bit of hope if we are able to crack in.
Question without notice. When was the last time he kicked a bag against a good team? I don't actually know the answer to this.
Yeah, against a good team, that would be, a while ago.
As in, it's all good and well to go kick 6 and 7s and big bags
Yeah.
against shit teams. But, when did he go kick a bag? Actually, maybe against Adelaide, he maybe kicked 5 in that shootout. And that was a good day.
Yeah, but we still lost.
You still lost. I just can't remember the last time that he kicked a big bag against a good team.
And I feel like the Bulldogs have that issue all the time. We can demolish teams in the bottom 10, but then it comes to the top 8, and the only team we can pip is the Giants.
Yeah, and
He kicked
it's
5 against the Giants.
yeah. I mean, there you go. That's good.
Again, we've got the number on the Giants, but anyone else in the top 8, they would just seem to roll over.
Kick 5 against your mob too.
I said that. Yeah, in the shootout.
There you go.
And that's against good defense. So
This is, I think, a good insight into AFL coaches. They get to criticise, but the ones that are in it for a long time are in it because they just stick to their guns. And so many times, Beveridge must have been tempted to move him back, but kept him forward. Is he wanting second or third on the Coleman? Probably be All Australian, and in the form of his life going into the final series, I think if the Dogs get there, they actually can do damage in the finals. They could win it.
So
We
they
just-
can win the flag.
Yeah,
no one
just
wants to
so-
play against the Dogs.
Yeah.
We just got to get past the elimination finals. I feel like once we get past,
Who do
'cause
they
that's-
likely play? Probably Collingwood. That's the problem. Collingwood at the G week 1.
it's
They can roll Collingwood, I reckon, the way they're playing.
it's Collingwood. It's Collingwood, or I think there's a world where we face Hawthorn. I reckon.
You probably don't want that matchup.
No.
The Hawks are in
I
good
think it's
form.
Not at all.
I think it's more likely. Or actually, it depends on if Hawthorn would have beat Brisbane. comes out of percentage. Now, I think assuming that Collingwood and Hawthorn win, and assuming that Gold Coast do what they should do, with a lot of us assuming here, you think the most likely scenario would be Bulldogs playing Collingwood at the G, probably on the elimination. That would be on a Saturday night or Saturday arvo.
Well, the fact of the matter is, like, I think we played in round 2, round 3. We had no Bontempelli. We had a VFL backline. We had Fraser, Ed Richards, and Libar playing in the middle, and we lost by 10 points or something.
That was your 150th?
Yeah, 150th celebration, and like the fact that we've got everyone in full swing, Darcy, Norton in good form, it'd be scary for Collingwood to come into.
Definitely, you can get them. I think one of the things about Bulldogs that everyone's overlooked is not only has Jamara not played at all this year, but Cody Waitman hasn't either. Imagine if had those guys in their forward line. It's the best forward line in the comp.
Yeah.
Second.
Yeah, second.
Give me. You give us the Bulldogs' best starting 6, and you give us Adelaide's, and me and Beat will vote who's better.
Well, I'll go. So you got Tex, Fogg, and Thiel, the three-headed monster.
Yeah.
You then add Neil Bullen and Keys, and Rochelle.
And what about Rankin? Or does he plays mid?
He'll go to the mid and then roll forward.
So you're choosing to keep him out of this?
No, actually, it wasn't deliberate. I think defensively,
it's good balance because they play different roles.
Without getting too nerdy and nuffy here, from what I understand,
nerdy for Link.
So Rankin starts in the middle.
Yeah.
And then just does as he pleases. We'll go forward.
And Neil Bourne covers for him, doesn't he?
Yeah. He plays cover.
Yeah,
so Neil Bullen and Keezer do his defensive work to allow the star to be the star. So, I mean, these are little like...
That's like a bit you and Dill. You sort of do the defensive work and allow him to do what he does.
Like his ass for him.
But just for the sake of on paper...
He said
like
it, so Rankin's out.
Most talent.
Yeah, Rankin's out.
Okay.
I still think...
Not coach-wise.
If the Crows were to play in the grand final, he'd be staying in the centre bounce at the first stoppage. He's the number 1 clearance player for the Crows.
Yeah.
So you got to use that same philosophy for the Bulldogs. So, like, how would they actually start?
They would start probably... Well, it'd be Norton, Darcy... If he was playing Jamara, potentially... Cody Waitman... What's that? That's 4.
Yep.
Riley West, 5.
Yep.
Jeez, who'd be the other one?
Sanders?
This is my case in point.
Right, it'd be Riley Sanders. It'd be Riley Sanders.
Or Harms or Vandermeer.
Or a healthy Adam Treloar.
Is Riley Sanders getting picked from the 2s, is he?
I think that I'll go with the Crows on the basis that Willie stumbled over the 6th.
I think the Dogs have the best player, but the Crows have the best
Are you saying that
lineup. I think Sam Darcy's the best out of all of those.
on form this year, do you think that Darcy has been better than Tilthorpe?
I'd only say Thilthorpe because he's played almost every week, whereas Darcy had that
body of work. He is.
I agree with that.
And when he goes to the ruck, he dominates. I don't doubt that Darcy is a unicorn and probably the most talented player in the AFL. On body of work this year, I'd say that Tilthorpe's had a better year.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is Thilthorpe All-Australian for you?
I think so. Like
So who's the All-Australian? Who are the All-Australian key forwards? So you can probably only have 3 of them in there, given how they pick mids.
Jezza.
Yep. Lock.
Yeah.
I mean,
At full forward?
Yep.
I don't have stats in front of me, which I'm going to look like an absolute moron here.
Can you bring up the...
how many's Logan Morris kicked?
Actually, I'll just bring it up the goal kickers.
You wouldn't put Georgiadis in, would you, Will?
He might.
In a shit team, he's had a very good year.
He's second in the Coleman.
He was. Hasn't got a kick in the last couple of weeks.
So top 5 in the Coleman is
slipped.
Georgiadis 54, he's 5th. Norton 58, Ben King 59, Gunston, I'm giving you a top 6 here. Gunston 60, Cameron 79.
I think Gunston plays as a small forward.
So he can be in the forward
Gunston's not
flank.
getting picked, is he?
I think I'll pick him on the
I
bench.
think he is.
Yeah.
Pick him on the bench.
Cinch
Yeah.
footy's all over it. Yeah, he's
Get
got
his
the
blazer size ready.
he's got a bit of
boys.
narrative about it.
So can we get some more here? I mean, Ben King, that's pretty impressive. He's kicked 59. I mean, no one's watched him play this year because no one
There'll
watched
be a bit of
Gold Coast.
Nepo baby push behind him. Don't you think?
Yes.
No, I know, but like, and probably rightfully so. I mean, he's only how many games he played? Doesn't say.
I think they'll go Cameron King, Gunston on the bench, and then there's room for one more. And it's probably
They would never play a genuine small forward like Jamie Elliott.
If you're gonna play, if you're playing a genuine team though, right? So if you're playing one of the forwards as a second ruck, it's Riley Tilthorpe.
Yep.
Okay.
It's not Jez, it's not Gunston. Ben King doesn't go to the ruck. It's not Norton. It's not Georgiades.
And they finished top, so I think that helps.
Yeah, so I think that, like, he plays as the forward that's the second ruck.
So is this going to be a year where there's no mids in the forward line?
Fuck, I
Nah,
hope
they'll
so.
always probably find a mid.
But
Just
it's too stacked.
I mean,
Is
Jamie
it-
Elliott gets picked. He's kicked 50.
Yeah, but
He gets in.
in
Elliott's
the
All-Australian.
in the
I
All
think so.
Australian in the All Australian team, they never pick like genuine small forwards, unless it's Cyril.
Georgiades is 54 in a team that's finished 11th.
So take this
It's
into
pretty
account,
good.
right? So Georgiades' goal accuracy is 50%. If you go up, Baldy, I'm pretty sure Ben King's at 67.
Yeah,
That's pretty impressive.
Sharpie.
Anyway, I think we digress.
does Cozzy Pickett get in,
Oh, I think you've
Does-
got a reward.
or is
38
Higgins has now
goals.
kicked? He's only kicked 8 more than him. Pickett score involvement
Does
135.
Cozzy get on the
Higgins
bench?
115.
As
think-
like a mid forward.
Because he's been quiet the last few weeks, which like recency bias probably just hurts.
Yeah.
I'd almost go Toby Green over Cozzy, to be honest.
Nah, really? I reckon he's
Yeah.
had an average year, to be honest.
I do too. Yeah.
I watched the Giants really closely, and I think he's just went this year.
It's a great segue because we're up to the Giants.
There you go.
Okay.
Toby, average year. Well, you think he's all Australian? I wouldn't put him in the all Australian.
I think he.
They've got one All-Australian, Finn Callahan.
he's all Australian.
Yeah.
Really, lock.
Yeah.
And they've probably Sam Taylor, maybe he got injured. That's probably going to cost him, but I reckon he's a star. That said, the Giants are a team that other teams won't want to play in the finals.
Yes, especially Colin.
Just depends what Giants you get though. Like
Yeah.
one Giants team, you go, "Fuck, I'm scared of them." The other Giants, you kick 10 goals in the first quarter, and you go, "Well, the game's over." Like,
Yeah.
Well,
it's so up and down.
Bulldogs love playing the Giants, so we'll take them any day. But yeah, in prelim Giants are scary. Prelim Giants are very scary.
I
they've
think that
got
all
heaps to
the
play for.
bottom 4 of the 8 this year are probably all scary. So call it Collingwood, Bulldogs, Giants, Hawks. Like, you don't want to play any of those
No, you
teams
don't.
next week too.
The untold story about the Giants is how injury affected they've been this year. So Hogan, Kelly, Caniglio, Callahan, Ward, Daniels, Buckley, I think as well Taylor have all missed periods
The
of the
problem is, do
year.
they get in them back? Like Hogan looks like, it sounds like a navicular. That sounds like it's absolute.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound good. They're not going to get
Daniels has missed.
Daniels
heaps.
back,
Yeah,
like-
so they probably won't.
So, you know, these woulda, coulda, shouldas. I just don't think any of them come back.
Yeah.
So, what percentage confident? What percentage of confidence are you that they will be in prelim final weekend?
Nah, probably
The
the least likely
Giants.
to progress, I reckon.
So if they
Really, because of injuries.
well, they're
5%.
likely to play Hawthorn week 1 in Melbourne, which I go,
Yeah.
well, I just
Yeah.
think that Hawthorn would spank them.
See you later. That's
be honest.
that's a training drill for
Yeah.
Hawthorn.
So like if you're looking at the likely scenario of them coming to the MCG week 1, a fit and firing Hawthorn,
It's looking unlikely.
is Will Day done?
yeah, he's
Yeah.
not coming back.
What about Weddle?
Weddle
We're
can
getting ahead
come
of
back.
ourselves. He's in the next one.
Weddle can come back.
I reckon the Giants have had a really challenging year. Like, even they have that period where they have to play on the road in the first 10 rounds because of the show up there.
Oh,
They are a premiership list. They just had not a lot of luck this year, but I think they can win it next year.
Did you see that Richmond were trying to sell one of their home games to the SCG to play Giants there during the show, and then Sydney said, "Nah, bad luck.
Yeah, right.
Not for the good of the game." They
Yeah.
said, "Nah, you're not playing here. We got exclusivity," which is
Yeah, right.
not great for the game.
Yeah.
Pridham said,
Who's winning their best and fairest?
Callahan.
Callahan.
Did he miss
Probably
few
by a
games?
fair stretch.
Will there be any players getting edged out for salary cut wise, or will they
Well-
lose any of their stars?
No, because I think what their list profile is they got like 10 guns.
Yeah.
And then the rest of them are role players, and then their bottom
Yeah.
6 are all kids.
Would Josh Kelly's deal now be like would have been front end, do you think? Like,
Probably,
yeah.
Like they're probably like just, they obviously paid Finn a lot of money. I think he's had $1 million bucks. Other than that, they can't be paying.
Would you be willing to trade him, Kelly?
Is there currency
he
for him?
Yeah, he probably doesn't have a heap of currency.
Hasn't played that much
Really?
footy this year.
He's had some injuries. What they do need
North
though,
Melbourne
they
might
need to
pay
get another good mid in, because they've cycled kids through there this year. They just don't have midfield depth.
So they have to develop them though. Like, who are you getting up to go to the Giants from a Melbourne club? History says no one goes there.
Yeah.
Wow.
In fact, who have they ever got?
Dill Buckley.
Yeah, that is a good. That is
off
a
the
good
scrap,
question,
off
though.
the scrap
who have
heap.
I mean,
They got Hogan off the scrap heap, who
Yeah.
ended up being an All-Australian like
Yeah.
star. Good on him.
Yeah.
They've never got a player.
Jake Stringer is the last I can think of, but that's like.
Shit, I'm pretty sure
That's scrap
Essendon
heap.
gave a bow with him.
Mm.
They said,
that's
"Hey,
scrap
take him."
that's a good call.
They don't get anyone.
They need to develop a talent.
They could though,
talent
because they
internally.
got a very good coach.
Yeah.
You can live in the nice parts of Sydney and still play for the Giants.
Oh, I think it's a great place to live
They're a
and
successful team.
play, but like,
Yeah.
who of all the free agents this year?
Here's a question.
No one's
This will
gone
never happen, but let's just say, put like emotions aside. What if Carlton went to GWS and said, Patrick Cripps is available?
Let's merge.
Yeah.
Said to Cripper,
The
one
Greater
season in
Western Blues.
GWS, take us, or a couple of seasons in Sydney.
I
take a stab at it.
tell you why they wouldn't do that.
Who?
2 words: Tom Green.
Yeah.
He's like a better version of Cripps, better
100%.
younger version of
Yeah.
Cripps.
Mm.
Yeah.
Cannibalize
Good
each other.
call.
What they do need though, they need like a good inside outside mid guy that
Walsh.
can play both roles.
Walsh is the one.
So that's a great call.
If they went and got Walsh, I couldn't ever see him leaving Carlton to go play for Giants. If he did, he would be unbelievable
Yeah.
for them. Outside, they've
Great
got
call.
inside balls.
Yeah.
Um,
Can we put that to the tradies boys next week?
Yeah.
Lincoln?
absolute- I'm on tradies actually this Tuesday.
You are, yes.
Moving on to the Hawks, currently in 5th on the ladder. How do we assess their season? We'll start with you.
I feel like they've had the season that everyone sort of expected. Like they've been really good.
they were struggling for a bit there, weren't they?
Yeah. To the middle of the year, they lost
But
3 in a
like,
row.
you're not winning flags in June, so it's like
You're not. At the end of last year, when they did that amazing run, what do you think you left that season thinking the pass mark for this year was?
I think a prelim at the end of that season. I thought prelim or grand final next year. So
You had Battle and Barras, don't you? So you go.
They're probably going to win a final, don't they?
They have
Yeah.
To
to.
pass.
yeah, 100%.
Which is harsh, though, because they're a young group. They've bounced quickly. It doesn't happen overnight. But
What I found interesting about Hawthorn this year is, I reckon it was early in the year. I vividly remember. I don't know why. I remember that I was listening to the Saturday Rub or Sunday Rub on replay, and they were talking about like what's going on with Hawthorn, where are they at? And I thought to myself like, Will Day is so good, and he wasn't
Yeah.
playing at the time.
Yeah.
Like once again, bring things back to the Crows. If you took Dawson out of the team,
Yeah.
you go fuck.
Yeah.
They're weak. They're really struggling here. Like there's that leadership. There's the aerial threat. There's the contested ball. There's the
but
tackling.
midfield depth, they just
Yeah.
don't have midfield.
And it's all that's exactly what Will Day I think brings to Hawthorn. And I thought to myself, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? Like he is so important to them. Anyway,
Where does their forward line rank amongst those dogs?
Up there, it'd be just under Adelaide and the Doggies.
But higher
See,
than good
It's a bit
Bulldogs.
like it's a similar structure to the Crows, but a bit more. It's a Timu version. Each thing.
yeah,
I like
Stuff
it
there.
is. It is the out. It is like
Yeah.
the Audis. So
well, the
like,
problem is you've got
Adelaide's
Cole Shadir,
Coles.
who's obviously going to be a star and
Yeah.
athletic, and will be there. But he's not quite there yet. I think when his body's obviously let him down a little bit this year. Then you've got Mitchie Lewis, who once again who's a star,
man.
but coming back
Injury
off
prone,
played
yeah.
2 or 3 games. The Charles Royce, who
You never know what you're gonna get.
you don't, and
Yeah.
he's very talented, but up and down, and then
Gunston's
Gunston,
34.
you're not going to rely on him. So I think
Cal
like
Shadir,
Gun.
gun.
star,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
But second year player, I think he's not going to perform for you consistently
I
at this
think.
stage.
I hate saying this, but I think Hawthorn's forward 6 is more complete than the Bulldogs forward 6 because it's like you've got Kaush, Mitch Lewis, Jack Gunston can play as a small and
They're versatile. aren't
another
they?
tall, and then
Yeah.
you've got the likes of Jack Ginnivan, Nick
Moore?
Watson,
Yeah,
Moore,
more. True.
Moore's had a quiet
Yeah,
year though.
true.
He's had a down year from his All Australian year last
Yeah.
year.
Connor McDonald.
Yeah, like they're
They bat deep.
their smalls in quotation marks
Yeah.
are all good in the air,
Not the
and they're all
Wizard.
good at ground.
The pressure, yeah, and their pressure acts up. Like,
Hang on,
Yeah.
the Wizard and Ginnivan aren't good in the air.
Wizard's pretty good in the air.
I like Wizards.
You're right about
Just so
Ginnivan.
small.
I don't think he's great in the air, but the Wizard's
Well, it's good
very
if it's
very
he's
good
up
in
on the
the air.
lead, but he's not taking a
Nah,
pack mark.
But he can though.
he can.
He can
get
like
up.
jump on a head
He can
head
get
So they're
up.
slowly.
gonna, yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Do we have to bring him
watching
into the
do that.
studio and get him to sit on Patos?
He's one of your boys.
I've given them a B plus.
Okay. B plus.
Yeah,
Will?
and they need to add midfield depth.
See, like,
is
can I
what
put
they
an
need.
asterisk here? I think if they don't win a final after adding Battle and Barras, it's a fail.
Is there a big fish in the off season?
Well, you talk about you
Yeah.
hear about Harley Reid, don't you? Like, that's the one. That,
Ooh,
Harley
Yeah.
Reid or
Jeez.
Butters is the one.
Zach
that keeps-
Butters would be perfect for them.
How have they
Yeah.
got the salary cap for that?
perfect.
That's so cooked.
Mm.
Who would
Who,
they?
who- who would they be paying big money though? The Hawks.
Whittle Dave.
Yeah,
Newcomb,
Josh
Weddle?
Battle, Brass, Sicily.
Newcomb.
Newcomb would be on some cash.
but you
Warple?
can pay.
Warple?
Melbourne's probably got like 5 guys they're paying around $1 million. You can
Yeah,
have multiple
true,
players
yeah.
getting paid good money. I don't think their cap would
Sicily.
be under stress at all.
Okay, that's the Hawks. Let's move on to Collingwood. Tough one.
What did I
Really
put
up in the
for
air.
Collingwood?
Yeah, I mean recency bias here hurts them. They were good in the first half of the year.
10 weeks ago, everyone's going,
Yeah,
who
by how
beats Collingwood?
far?
How do you beat
Yeah.
him? Like,
Yeah.
so, gee, things can change quickly.
Yeah.
Now that the first half of the year, it's like, how good are the old boys? You know, showing how, the experience, and they just get it done. They've been there, done it, and now all
They
of a sudden
got
they're too
Dacos.
old and they're slow. And
Yeah,
so I don't know. I think any team with Nick Dacos, Josh Dacos, Houston.
what's your take on Houston? Why? Because he was a gun at Port. Why has he not performed?
So I've got a theory that I gave to Bigger Footy a couple of weeks ago, and they ran with it.
I think I might have heard this. I'm teeing you up here.
You are? You've given me
Yeah.
a half volley.
Yeah.
I think that at Port, he played that quarterback role where he's a lovely kick. There's absolutely no concern. He's the distributor, and everything would go through him. So he gets fed the ball 30 times a week. He kicked the ball 25 times and, basically went around untouched.
Yeah.
And would go through the midfield, at times. But really, like, he was just the kicker. And he's gone to a new system where there's a few, pigs in that are higher in the pro list. You see Nick absolutely demands the ball. Josh does the same. They also pass to each other. He's not prioritised anymore.
Yeah, I think the way to think about it, and I think you've said that really well, is the reality is that based on how a team plays, there's only so many possessions that can go around, and they've got a couple of guys who chew up a lot of them.
Steele, Nick, Josh, like they love the ball and they want the footy in their hands. And you see Nick, like, he demands the ball. He wants the ball.
Yeah.
And they need to get it to him to give him confidence. And at times, I think Dan's has been missed in the chain. And then as a result, but that being said, you did see Schultz first year. Everyone said, "Oh, what's going on here? He looks terrible." And what have they done? And it took a year, and he played some really good footy this year. So I think it's the matter of just clearly fitting into the system with Collingwood. But they paid a lot for him. They need him to really play some good footy in the next 12 months.
What if you were the coach? What would you be saying to Dan Houston going into the final series to get the most out of him?
Mate, it's not all about you. It's all about the Macedonian Marvel.
Yeah.
Get
You're
it to Nick.
going to have to play a third fiddle, not even a second.
Can he defend?
No.
No.
That's why I wondered
They played him
send
wing
him to
last
the midfield.
week. Yeah, they played him wing last week.
Yeah.
And he had a really good start to the game.
I had quite a few beers. I was watching the Crows
Yeah.
with beer goggles, but
Yeah, he didn't really do much after quarter time. But I mean, it's like with his kicking penetration, that's somewhere he can be damaging. But I don't know how good a runner he is, for example.
yeah, rumour is he incited Isaac.
The real reason.
No, the rumour is
Oh right, yeah,
told him he's going to get him again.
yeah.
Okay. Pies, are they in prelim final weekend? Yes or no? Gun to your head.
I think not, based on current form. And I think if they are to be in prelim final week, they need to be finish top 4.
Okay. Will?
Yeah, exact same. They've got to. It has to be a top 4 finish for them to be in the prelims. I don't think they can go the long way
They
around.
can't. Yeah.
That being said, they've been there and done it. I just don't think they're scared of anyone. Like, for example,
yeah.
Crows on the weekend, 71 inside 50s to what was it, 38 or something. Like, if they play that game again, 99 times out of 100, they probably get them done.
I reckon that's one of the most misleading stats in footy is that like inside 50 count, because quite often they're getting like those repeat inside 50s, and it's almost like if you looked at the number of times that you have like a attacking period, it might be more level. and I think that shows a bit like your system's broken going forward.
Well, there's no question. I think
Yeah.
the big AFL commentators this week have said that like either one of McStay, Myercheck, or the Skunk needs to go
Yeah.
because it's clearly not working for them.
Yeah, none of those guys do much at ground level, do they?
Okay, let's move on.
And no Bobby Hill, which is, I mean, he's a star.
Yeah,
and
that's
he's up and
almost
going.
the
Doesn't sound like to me they're going to have him back this year either.
really.
No.
Okay.
Well, we've got to train first.
Geelong, second last team. Another excellent season.
There was a.
Bailey Smith.
They're pretty boring, the Cats. Like they're
Yeah.
just always there, and you know
Yeah.
that they can absolutely win it. The discussion in the office before was about. I asked the two Cats nuffies who they thought would win the best and fairest. I think you heard it, so I won't ask you. Who do you think will win the Cats best and fairest? They gave me two names, and I wouldn't have picked them.
I think I'd say Holmes.
That's what I said.
That's what. Yeah, well, we both raised that one. They shut it down.
Oh,
Funny when you follow a team because you watch the game differently.
yeah.
Right.
Well, I'd just say Holmes and Bailey Smith.
That was the other obvious one. So I think you've picked the two that most people would say.
Yeah.
So they said Jack Henry
Uh-huh.
and Zach Guthrie.
What?
It's very Geelong.
I can understand the
defensive.
Zach Guthrie one. The Jack Henry one surprises me.
Yeah.
And Jez is going to win the Column, so he's got to be a chance.
Yeah. I was gonna say Jez, but
I said Jazz as well, but they said he had too quiet early part of the year. So
yeah.
Okay.
True.
Let's give a grade to the Cats.
A.
A.
Yeah.
Yep.
A.
Yeah.
Just
Your
always
A,
there.
Will?
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to finish second. They're going to have a home final. They're probably going to be there in a prelim. Unfortunately, it's an A minus. But that being said, they've had a really, really soft end of the year, and I'm not quite sure how they're travelling. I think no one really knows.
be really good or just be shit for once, Geelong.
Yeah, I know. It's not fair, is it?
It's just
And they're sitting there high horse. They go up the SCG and complain about this
Yeah.
turf and
we
this
won a
and that.
final at GMHBA. No.
They, I
Get a
reckon
bigger
that
stadium.
they should have a final, I think.
No.
No.
What?
How can you say
You
no?
want to go down the freeway and watch a game
If-
there when there's nothing at the MCG?
But that's what footy's about.
If
It's
the Bulldogs
tribal, it's
aren't allowed
local.
to play at Docklands Stadium, then I don't
I think they also should be allowed to play there. I think everyone should. If you win the right to have a home
What a
final, you should get
terrible
one.
Call.
On what
100,000 the
basis?
G. Like, what, you want to go see Collingwood play Geelong at
GMHBA.
GMHBA?
But isn't competition integrity more important than just?
Integrity
people
doesn't
in the
exist,
stands?
mate. Doesn't
Yeah.
exist.
Integrity.
Well, that's probably true.
Cash flow,
probably
baby.
true.
Yeah.
Competition integrity. They pick and choose when they please.
Is it? Have you
Yeah.
got shit on your liver about Isaac?
Fucking
Rankin?
oath I do.
Great segue.
So, like, yeah, God.
Crows.
Help me.
A.
Yeah,
The floor's yours, Wills.
Well, this is a funny one.
I had him as an A.
I've been doing
Aye.
the ladder predictor since round one, and I stopped two the whole way. But everyone just knew. I just knew like no one would ever agree with me.
If they get beat, how will it happen?
It'd have to be away from home.
Well, that's it's easy said than done. You know, week one, if you get Gold Coast, you go, we'll probably win that. All of a sudden, if Brisbane come, there you go. Fucking hell.
But is it because your back line will crumble, or is it your back?
No, I think our
or?
back line is solid as a rock at the minute. I think the concern's probably the midfield. You see what Collingwood did on the weekend, you know, into clearance numbers and inside 50s and stuff. You know, there's only so many times they can keep repelling it. I think Rankin did go through there a lot, and I think he's number one in clearance for our team and contested possession. So, well, you look at that and you go, well, that's a big hole that does leave.
Is he your most important player?
Hope not.
It's got to be Dawson. I think you might have. We were all there actually. Gather around Geelong, Adelaide, and that was a game whereby it was at that point in time struggling backlines going against each other. I think the Cats had quite a few players out and maybe lost a defender early, and the Crows backline was still finding its groove.
Yep.
And it was just like two really good attacks against two shit defenses.
We got scored against really easily, but I still think in that first half we had them on toast. We should have been up by 40 points at half time.
And then you got rolled, didn't
and
you?
we played really good footy. And I still take out of that. I was like, we looked $1 million for the first half, and then they got a hold of us. excuse. I think we came off a 5-day break out of Gold Coast. With that game, we lost by a couple of points, and we looked absolutely cooked in that second half. So I'm personally not as scared as Geelong, because Geelong's the only team that's beaten Adelaide in Adelaide this year.
Mm.
They're 12-1.
You just, I mean, if Jezza just gets the hot hand, like that can be the difference. And like, you know, you actually probably do have quite a couple of mobile backs who go with him.
Yeah, I think there's options there. Like I think the Crows, this little blimp is not ideal in terms of, you know, the momentum we had. That being said, you win your first final in front of 55,000 Adelaide Oval and the place is rocking. I remember when we beat Geelong in 2017 in that prelim.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
It was just
different
absolute chaos. And you know, I think someone said it in the media this week that the Crows, they joked about the 19th man, which is their old catchphrase. But legitimately, when the Crows fans are up and about, like it certainly lifts them. And a home advantage it can't be underestimated.
Next year or in the off season, do you think they should prioritise getting a taller key defender?
No, I think they tick all those boxes, especially with butts in the wings.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think they're missing anything there. I think it's probably more.
Are they a bit undersized though? Because Nick Murray's not that tall.
No, Muzz plays tall though. He jumps, and I think the X factor one of the boys said to me before in the group chat, he said, "Is it Sid Draper's time to come into the finals and is he the trump card?"
Maybe.
Pick 3.
Who have the emergencies been the last couple of weeks?
Billy Dowling's had about 1 million possessions in the SNFL
Yeah.
in the last few weeks. Pedler was out, so we'll get him back. I don't know. I think it's a pass mark for the Crows this year, without question. They came from 15th.
We're about to get have we got the teams? We could do the teams now.
Did they name Rankin? Is that
I wouldn't have thought
is
so.
that resolved yet?
What about Charlie Edwards? Could be a wild card for a debut. Play a bit of wing, half back, half forward.
Teams would be in
Okay, so
Can we-
Rory Laird's back.
the
I'll
desk.
just go to the teams. Hang on. Okay, so Collingwood.
Sid's playing you beauty.
Collingwood v Melbourne. Collingwood in.
Billy
Jeremy Howe.
Dowling in.
Yep.
Howe's back. Steele. Ed Allen omitted. Will Parker omitted.
Parker was good last
Here's an
week.
interesting one.
Stiff.
I'm jumping around here, sorry. Lockie Murphy omitted. He played on Josh Takos last week and did a really good job.
Didn't he keep him under 20
Yep.
possessions
Yeah.
for the first time in a couple of weeks?
But Sid Draper is back. There you go, lads.
Oh yeah.
Let's do the team. So no change for the Demons.
Yep. No change for the Demons.
Rory Atkins is in for the Power. The Footy and Friends boys will like that one.
What's his nickname? Rory Atkins. Is
The
it the
Rat.
Rat?
The right, yeah.
Jeremy Howe back in is always great. Ed Allen out. I don't know if Link's...
Couple of debutants for the Power. Sin, Wines, and Will Lorenz out. Nick Holman out for the Suns. Probably a long time to lose your spot.
Yeah.
Gee whiz, the Bulldogs 3 ins. Nick Caulfield, Arthur Jones, and Liam Jones. Liam Jones
Yeah,
can come
right.
back now.
Ooh, Hayden Young's back for Freo.
Oh, shit. If there's one player that Freo can add to
That's an
their-
extended bench, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it is extended.
Yeah. So big ins for the Giants. Jack Buckley, Brent Daniels, and Leake. Well, he's not so much of a big in, but 2 big ins.
Kyle
Berry-
Lohman back in the
Yeah.
in the mix for
Yeah.
Brisbane.
That's huge.
Berry and Hipwood out, and Oscar McInerney in the ins as well. No change for the Hawks, probably.
Just quietly as well. Who's excited for Wednesday night football next week
Yeah.
out in the Gold Coast?
Yeah. Is there under what circumstances could the Bombers jump them and get a win?
If Dimmer thinks, geez, half the team needs a rest before finals and starts playing all the kids, but
So he's not going to do that, is he?
no, I just don't see, especially with with this kind of turnaround, I don't see Essendon putting in a shift.
I hope not, because I had a big Essendon bottom 4 bet, and they're currently they're 15th.
Wow,
Well played.
Cinch Football, the most loved social media footballing account. If Essendon finishes bottom 4, Cinch has to give his login to Sam McClure.
We're working on something there.
Yeah.
There's a potential collab in the works that I think
Ooh.
people will
Ooh.
enjoy.
Wow. Give Sam McClure some access to Cinch Footy. That'd be unreal. That'd be funny.
Okay, fellas. I have some burning questions, and we'll do this kind of like with a bit of pace because we've got 20 minutes to go. So, off the back,
BWS.
thank you, BWS. Off the back of Naz re-signing at
Thanks, mate.
Saints, I had the question: other than winning a premiership,
This is a good question, Pete. I
is
saw this on the run sheet.
re-signing a star player when there's been speculation of him, maybe he go, maybe he won't? Is that the second best feeling in footy?
I think I like where you're going with it. I mean, beating an arch rival for me tops that. But I mean,
In any particular game, or just a home and away game?
just at a home and away game. I mean, let's maybe put aside winning a final or a grand final because I think that's
Yep.
they're in our own league. But I think in the context of St Kilda fans, I think it's probably the best thing that's happened to them in the last 10
That
years.
would have been
isn't it?
their highlight.
Yeah.
That would have been their highlight. for
It's
the
great
game.
seeing a debutant play well. Like, you know, that gives
That's
the green
wholesome.
shoots. You're like excited to see them or have a breakout game. Like, I'm not trying to compare it to like Naz signing, of course not.
Can we
but
bring it back to the Crows and Dan Curtin or something like that? Is that where you're going with this?
fucking it, mate? How awesome's that? Like, he's had a breakout year.
Will?
Dan Curtin's my rising star, but yeah, I think.
Murphy Reid, I think.
Oh, is there any better feeling?
What about poaching a star player from a rival?
That's pretty good.
Like, if you forget what happened with Dale Thomas, just the Carlton getting Dale Thomas off Collingwood, something like that.
Well, how do you think
Rankin for the Crows. Neil Bullen.
Collingwood fans will feel when they get Jack Silvani from Carlton? That'll be sweet for them,
Yeah.
I'm
That'd
be
sure.
cool.
Is that because Sauce hates Carlton so much now that he's
Hate's a strong
facilitating
word.
that?
Like, do you reckon he hates? Does he hate
I
it?
think it's probably more about just the
the
fact
leaders
that
at Carlton?
Politics.
they've consistently dropped Jack Silvani. They've never
Yeah.
really settled him in a position. They
Goes
not
back,
rated
goes
him.
forward. He's rucking.
Yeah.
And arguably at the start of the year, Jack Silvani was their best player.
Yeah, I think.
Sam McClure said that. I mean, I feel like it's a bit of hyperbole when you've got Jacob Weavering and Patrick Cripps in the team. But
Paddy Cripps.
I take your point.
there must be some spite there, though.
exhausted.
I
What
think.
about Weavering though?
Yeah, well,
Weavering's a star.
I think there's a spite there where he goes, you know, you guys are happy to fuck me off whenever, like, you know, things got tough, and now I'm, you know, finally got some continuity. And you just want to, you know, I'm the most valuable prospect you've got. We'll like buggy you.
Mm. So have we answered your question? I'm not sure we have, but I
we
think,
ran
there's
around in
probably a
circles.
couple of good things. When your club resigns a player, probably the pessimist in me thinks, oh geez, I hope they haven't paid them too much.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because you've got Oliver on
I
$1
felt like that
billion.
about Pickett though. Like, you know, Pickett's a star, but he still has games like when they played St
Yeah.
Kilda where like Winghager blanketed him, and
Mm.
you think, well, I don't think that ever happens to Bontempello, and he's probably earning similar money.
Or Naz, but I suppose I let Naz
Yeah.
run around by himself for a week.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to answer this is the second question. I'm going to go first, and I'm looking for one name from all three of you. Who is a player a club should trade, but you know they won't? For me, it's Cripps, Patrick Cripps, for obvious reasons. Let's start with Swale.
I'm going to pass and let me just think about it for a second.
Okay.
I think let's look at the bottom half of the ladder. I mean, I've got one that's an obvious one that's been spoken about, and I think this is probably maybe a player option that the club should he should exercise, and that's I'd love to see Zach Merritt play
Ooh.
Yeah,
for a
that's
good
cool.
side while he's at the peak of his powers, and I
Great
think
call.
he can actually play well into his 30s if he's injury free, but he's just such a gun, and I feel for him battling away in a side that's still developing.
How many picks would Merritt? Here's a question.
He'd be a free agent, wouldn't he?
Who
not?
has more currency, Zach Merritt or Patrick Cripps?
Oh, Merritt.
Merritt.
Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Zach
agree.
Merritt or Patrick Cripps? Merritt.
So Paddy Cripps maybe gets you a first round pick?
A first round, not two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But does he definitely get you a first round pick?
Definitely.
Especially
yeah.
in the next compromised draft.
Merritt
he-
gets you two?
Well, how old is Merritt? 30? You'd have to be very much
One
in the
and a
window.
half.
Mm.
1.5.
Maybe two
Yeah.
firsts and a second back.
Depends who's got him.
Yeah.
Maybe if just say the Crows had 2 first round picks, they'd probably rather bring in Merritt than actually use those picks.
Yeah. Talk about a player that, I've got no lens here, hand on heart, but Butters is probably one where you go, fuck, well, if he is going to leave next year, do you rip the Band-Aid off and go, he's the heart and soul of their club. He's very, very important to him.
Yep.
And, he shifts the needle. But if he is thinking about leaving, no idea if he is, he's one you probably go, they don't want to trade him. The supporters don't want to see him go, but you need to get the most for him because if next year, if he gets nasty, well, you might not get what he's worth.
And that would be 2 first-round picks?
Oh, any day of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the rest.
And the rest, I reckon.
Yeah. He had an injury-riddled year, mate. You forget how good he is. And, I think culturally, people just walk taller. I've seen footage of the MCG there. I reckon there's 13 people there. There'll be more on this stream.
Tell you why Zach Butters is so valuable, and there's not many players in the competition like him because he's equally good winning contested ball as he is on the outside spreading, and he's explosive, he's skillful, he's hard at it.
Goes into bat for anyone.
He's the biggest hard nut in the AFL.
And I must say that I saw him playing for the Western Jets in his draft year, and I thought this guy's a little smart ass, and I hope he doesn't make it, but now I love him as a player.
He's a lovely bloke as well. He had a few beers with him.
He's pretty competitive.
Very funny.
Will,
very
who's
funny.
a player a club should trade but won't?
Jeez, I think you look at the teams with heaps of key forwards and I don't want to see this happen, but Hawthorn could trade one of their bigs.
But surely only one and a half of them have got currency.
Who's the? I mean, Mitch Lewis is the one.
What was that? Mitch Lewis and Kolscher are the ones that I'd say Kolscher 100% got currency.
They won't trade
Mitch
him.
Lewis is half, with his injuries,
Worth just keeping.
There's no way they'll trade Kelcher Deer, I think, just because who knows what he could become. He could become Buddy Franklin.
What about Josh Kelly?
Maybe, but where would he fit?
Carlton.
I think if he was to leave, he'd want to go to a club that's going to contend next year.
Yeah. Okay.
Good question though, Bade.
All right.
I probably should have given it a little bit more thought. My apologies.
Next question. Name an AFL club you have grave concerns for. Let's start with you, Will Taylor.
Can you come back to me?
Baldy.
I got to be careful about how I answer this one.
I don't want.
Carlton's a big one.
Melbourne.
I don't want to burn any
Nah,
bridges.
probably North.
Ooh.
Just because
so
you
much
would have
talent.
liked them to take a bigger jump this year.
Yeah.
Look at the ladder quickly.
And I think that they had a couple of cracks at the draft, and I don't think they've nailed some of their picks.
Dersma.
Yeah, maybe a bit too early to tell on him. I think
Phillips.
maybe you've looked a couple of drafts earlier than that.
I think Tassie is a big looming thing in this question because it's can we either bottom out before Tassie get their picks, or do we, Carlton's the perfect instance. Do we bottom out now, or do we try and get a Josh Kelly or someone and go over that period?
Good segue. I think Carlton's probably my one.
Yeah.
Their better players aren't getting any younger, and I just don't think I think their bottom 6 are easily the worst in the competition.
Yeah.
What
It's a
good
crazy-
players?
Yeah.
Who are their bottom 6? They're just all
No,
shit.
yeah.
You watch them tonight. You watch
Yeah.
Cripper will put him on his shoulders like he does every week. Wiedering will be a brick wall. Kerno and Mackay. Kerno's not playing, but Mackay will get shit delivery, and you go, fuck, it's the 6 shittest
That-
players kicking to it.
That's arguably the easiest part of your list to solve, though, isn't it?
Well, not when you
easiest
go and pay
challenge,
overs
though.
for shit players.
That I think that's you hit the nail on the head there. If you're paying too many players who are too similar, too much money, then you don't have the right spread.
I've got concerns. This is a crazy one about Collingwood.
Okay,
Yes.
prosecute your point.
Do tell.
What's the age profile? Sorry, I preface this. Any team that's got Nick Dacos, Josh Dacos, they're always going to be competitive because they're just beasts. But, you lose Pendlebury side bottom, Howe, all the next few years. Like,
Give us maybe your best. Who's their best 5 under 25?
Nick,
Yep.
would Josh be under 25?
I think he's just ticking over now.
Nick, Josh.
He's 26 now.
There's not that many obvious ones.
Josh Dacus will be 27 this year.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's like, who's their young gun other than Nick? Like, sorry, like of course, like he probably counts for 2, but like there isn't heaps of green shoots where you're going, fuck, that's their future. And that's why I say my grave concerns right now. Not like they still could win a flag this year. They might they could win one next year, but what's next for them? I think they've got no picks left. Like I think the thought is you hear on the if you're a big footy reader, like the Butters might end up there, and that probably solves all problems. But how that deal gets done, who knows?
Petrarca? See a chance?
Yeah.
But is that just a short-term band-aid? Again.
I like it, Will. I think you've
I like it too.
hit
I mean,
something
I'm
there.
looking at the list, and there's really no young guys.
But they've done that for years, though. In fairness, they're just always just topped up. Geelong have done it. Geelong have done it really well, but they go and pull someone from Western Australia.
Geelong have been unbelievable with their list transition in the last 2 years. Like they looked shot at the start of last year, and then they sort of like just found a way, and then this year they're ready to go.
Andrew Mackey needs a raise.
Yeah,
I understand, but Collingwood, it's a destination club where players want to go to. So it might not be as bleak as it might seem, but Jamie Elliott's not getting any younger. Marchek's not getting any younger. Membry's not getting any younger.
yeah.
Austin Elliott's gone. DeGoey, if he can get on the park ever, I don't know.
All right.
Glass half empty.
With 10 minutes to go, we've got one more burning question. Now, with Harry Sheasel tying the record for most disposals, 54 on Sunday, I thought we could look at some other AFL era records and see who in today's game could be capable of breaking them.
I've got an answer to all of these.
Beautiful.
You kick us off.
All right, Will. So the first one is most goals, which is currently Jason Dunstall with 17. Most goals in a game with 17.
Sam Darcy.
Yep.
Yep.
I
But
think
it will never happen.
Or Jezza.
It's they play like a seriously depleted like
Tassie.
Essendon, for example. No, like all the keys are gone.
The
no,
perfect storm under the lid.
under the lid. No wind. He just gets it top of the square. 15 of them are set shots and 2 on the
Because he's a
run.
lovely finisher as well. He doesn't miss when he marks it.
Yeah.
Okay. Baldy, most marks. Brian Lake has the record with 24.
Callum Milkey.
Yeah, that was mine.
Swale, most hit-outs. Todd Goldstein has the record with 80.
You can say Sam Darcy again.
I'm surprised Sandland
who's winning the
doesn't have
hit
this
outs?
record.
Rob wins every year.
Does he?
Yeah, Rob's.
Well, there you go.
Rob's winning it quite comfortably.
Yeah, I don't think he's got that in him. Is it 80?
Yeah.
I don't think Rob's got that in him. I think...
It's almost who your opponent is.
Yeah, it's so circumstantial. Like, I mean, who did Goldstein have them against? Like,
I think the team,
Jack Graham or something when he was...
Yeah, the team they played didn't have like an official ruckman or
Yeah,
something.
and he's like an aerobic ruckman that never comes off. Willie T. Rory Laird has the record for most tackles with
I had
20.
Sherry for the hit outs. For
Cherry.
the tackles,
I think this one can be broken.
Libar.
How many is it? 18,
20.
20.
Libba is second.
I've got
but I think
one.
he's got 90.
Yeah, mine's Ned Long.
Jordan Dawson. He has... I think he averages something ridiculous. Like, if wet, bleak day, I think he could break it.
Yeah. SCG is the place to do it.
Yep.
Clearances. Paul Salmon has the record with 22.
I think Matt Rao. I watched him play a game this year where he had, I think, like 12 or 13 at half time. And I thought, holy shit, he's going to break the record. He petered off. But Matt Rouse is the contested beast. Like, he's crazy.
Yeah.
2. Caleb Strong, Tom Green.
Tom Green's a good one.
Yep.
Matt Rowe's the closest I've seen as Joel Selwood. There is.
He's an amazing
Yeah.
player. If he was playing at a Melbourne club, there'd be so much more spoken about him.
Yeah.
100%. Bring him home. Bring him back in the big V.
Well, there was talks. Did he sign recently? Because
He
there was
did,
a lot
yeah.
of talks about him coming back to
To the
Collingwood
Doggies.
Or
Yeah.
Doggies or
The doggies were red hot on
that
him.
kid 14.
Jeez, the Waterboy's got a good
That's
shoe.
That's Unwin?
He looked
Reese
four.
Unwin?
Someone said to me during the week that the Essendon top-up team would beat this current team at the moment.
Well, you wouldn't be surprised. Like,
That's probably true.
You know what they do? They have a crack.
James
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I think they're really well coached.
It
Despite
goes to show they have a crack. I mean, even against Geelong the other week, they got that run on, and like you went, oh crap, like could they win this? And like they end up getting beaten by what, like 30 points or something. But it was just pure effort.
You got to feel for the one bloke who's been the only bloke that hasn't debuted at Essendon yet.
and is there still one left? Is there?
Yeah.
Who is it?
I think he's.
He must be.
I think his name's like Guerin or something.
Yeah.
He may as well pack his bags.
Yeah, it's.
Pack the locker up, son.
What's his name? I know the exact bloke. His name is.
Surely there's never been a season where a team hasn't had one person to not debut. Like there's every other person's played a game. That's
Kale
crazy.
Guerin.
Yeah, right.
Jaren.
Hope he's reserved this week.
Key forward, 19 years of age, hasn't debuted yet.
Yeah, okay.
Benefit of the doubt. He must be raw as anything, but poor bastard.
The final record was Ben Cunnington's 32 contested possessions. That was against Richmond.
Will, I'm going to go with Will's suggestion on the clearances, Tom Green.
I'm going to go with Swale's suggestion on clearances, Matt Rao.
Yeah, I'll double down on him. I think he's so impressive.
Tell you a wild card one for that is Tristan Cherry.
Yeah.
A ruck could do it.
Yeah.
A ruck could do it, yeah.
He's a beast.
Just
I tell
tap,
you what.
just tap bang.
Now, here's a question without notice. Will we ever see a 60 disposal game in the AFL?
Yes.
Fuck, there's a lot.
This
15
decade.
A quarter for 4 quarters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick Dacos could do it.
Do you think...
I think if the sort of gap between the have and have-nots in AFL continues, then I think there'll be some almighty drubbings, and I think then you'll see a record like that fall.
like when Tassie come in?
No, I think they'll be set up to go well. I think it's more the
Okay.
teams that are like get stuck down the bottom of the ladder
Maybe
for a while.
Port, maybe Carlton.
You're putting words in my mouth now.
West
Okay,
Coast. It's not getting any better anytime soon.
Let's sink our teeth into this game and round it off. Who's going to win?
Who wins? Yeah.
Carlton have actually been going alright the last few weeks. They were good against Port last week.
Fuck, it'd be so good if Essendon won.
Yeah.
What's
your
the most
heart says
interesting
Essendon.
thing about this game?
What's
Harry
this?
Mackay? A bag from Harry Mackay?
Zach Merritt's 250th. I mean, but
Yeah.
he will just play a good game like he does every other week.
I'd
Here we
like
go.
to see Jaden Newen have a good
I'm
game
not
as
saying I
well.
could do this. Name 10 players playing for Essendon tonight.
I can do that.
Without
Yeah.
looking at the screen.
I can do that. Redmond, Merritt, Jaden Newen, Matt Guelphy, Reece Unwin, Oscar Smart, Kyle Langford, Peter Wright, Nate Caddy, and Lockie Blankenston.
Asterisk, is Nate
Yeah.
playing?
Who?
He played last week.
I'll give you another 2.
One's a bonus.
Who else? McGrath and is Goldstein playing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. Kudos,
Yeah,
Wilbur.
yeah. Well done.
'Cause, like, I'm
You've
just-
asked the wrong guy.
The point being that like there's some
Big nerd.
absolute.
Yeah, but I think this is an interesting one for you to consider. Despite like who's got the worst bottom 6 in this game?
We just there's so many raw players at Essendon you wouldn't even know like, if they're any good or not.
Yeah, but for example, like Liam McMahon might be in their best 6, but he's probably averaged like almost 3 goals since he's come in.
Yeah, I think it's probably more spoken about Carlton. So their bottom 6 is probably. That being said, Frankie
Maybe-
Evans this last generational
Yeah,
run.
yeah.
I actually ran into him on Saturday night. I let him know that he's on the generational run.
Yeah, there you
Man of
go.
very few words, Frankie.
I coached Liam McMahon for a year when he was at bottom age.
You claiming him?
Yeah, not quite. I was a forwards coach. He was in the forwards line, and he was like raw, really good mark, but probably just lacking some of the fundamentals. Like ball hits the ground, he wasn't great. He probably ducked his head a little bit in marking contests.
Who knows where they are?
But always
Yeah.
like beautiful skills, great kick, and you can see that now. Top age was a COVID year, and I wasn't there, so that's probably why he flourished. But I was super shocked that Collingwood picked him early in the second round, and it was a really surprise call. He went there for 2 years, didn't do anything, and then he's had 1.5 years in the VFL and clearly become a more accomplished player.
He would have kicked 60
But he's had a
plus goals
huge
this year.
impact. Yeah, he's had a
He
huge
took the
impact since
mick
coming in.
last year, and then at some point was leading the goal kicking for Essendon and Carlton in the
He's
VFL.
come and kicked like 8 goals in 3 weeks or whatever. I think he's kicked 60 plus goals
For the season.
for the season,
Yeah.
across the AFL and VFL, which like any year, that's impressive. If you got
Yeah.
kick 60 in the VFL, it's a good year. But he's done that, with 3 or 4 weeks of AFL, so good on him. Like, take your opportunity, and he might have,
Well,
found
he'll get
himself-
another year. I think he's sort of low possession, but he makes the most of him, a bit like King up at Gold Coast with his accuracy.
Don't miss.
And
Dead
gets him
idea.
close to goal as well.
Yeah, I like what Liam McMullen's. He could be staying on the list.
I think he will.
Yeah.
Who has the most stakes in this game?
Carlton.
So if they lose,
Well, no, if they lose,
mean-
nothing happens, right?
yeah.
But it's just like, it's just a part of the narrative that's followed them through this year.
Have they had the worst year out of everyone in terms of expectations?
Is their list any good?
I don't think so.
I just
I think it's Carlton supporters just
overrating the list.
yeah, and they're vocal and they're very quick to.
Oh man.
I feel half sorry for them. Like Vosky,
Yeah.
they've had some injuries. I mean, we take Walsh out of the team. Who else did they miss this
They
year?
had the kid,
Nick
their
Newman,
first round pick.
Jagger Smith,
Jagger Smith, who they reckon's could be anything. Like, you
Jagger
talk about,
Smith, Nick Newman,
healthy
Charlie
lists
Curnow.
win, defined seasons. Like, all the good teams this year, Crows, Geelong, they've all just been relatively healthy.
Well, in the competition like this, every year you've got to get better. So they've got to find a way to get better next year. If they don't, they probably won't improve.
How are
They
they
won't
going to
move
get
up the
better?
Well, they didn't improve this year. That was the issue, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
they made a final the year before, and
What's like one good thing about their year? Like a player that, well, I guess George Hewitt.
but he's played in 2 grand finals and he's been around for the block. Like,
Yeah.
you wouldn't say they've found one.
They probably found
Yeah.
a couple of guys that have come in and perform well, but whether they're actually in the starting 22
they?
next year is another story. Who are
those
they?
players?
Yeah.
Who are the Carlton kids that have come in and done all right? There's one or two that
Ashton Moyer has
Yeah,
sort
he's
of
been
played
good.
a
Yeah,
bit of a
he's
role.
been good.
without-
He's the one that when in
Curnow.
his draft year they thought was going to be early first round and maybe slipped a little bit.
Yeah.
He was
Fully ambidextrous, kick on both feet.
Yeah.
He's pretty impressive.
he was supposed to be smoky for pick 1, but then without playing throughout his whole draft year, just completely slipped. So I think he's got a lot more to prove.
I mean, they lose Tom DeConing from this
Yeah.
team as well, which is like far out.
Is he going to be in their top 3 BNF?
I wouldn't have thought so.
He had a quiet back end of the year. I mean, he was very good early.
I don't see the Tom DeConing one.
Big
You
money.
probably watch him closer than I do.
Yeah.
Tell me why you would pay him that amount of money.
Because they haven't been able to land anyone else.
Yeah.
High flying, like impact. I say impactful. He's not like peppering the scoreboard or anything.
Will he be as good as Max Gorn?
Will he be as good as the
Okay.
best ruckman?
Not
Johnny
as a-
Smith,
time.
that's
Yeah.
a great stat.
I don't think you'd ever pay a ruckman that amount of money though. Like I don't think
Nah.
Max Gorn's ever been
Yeah.
paid more than $1 million.
Rowan Marshall's already doing a very good job at
That's
St
right.
Kilda.
I don't know if he is.
Guys, I've got the result tonight. Johnny Smith in the chat, as I said, Blues haven't won the last game of the seasons since 2013, thanks to
Wow.
BLUS.
Right.
It's 12 years since they've won the last game.
Where's
Carlton win this tonight.
Where's my Ned's app?
They win. Carlton win this tonight against possibly the worst team to ever be fielded.
You mean Essendon?
No, Carlton win this. They break the hoodoo.
They break the hoodoo.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I reckon Jaden Newen locks down someone in the Carlton forward line.
That's nice. Someone else will bob up.
I mean, you got Shield and Merritt back in for Essendon. It's not nothing.
Teal Shield could be playing his last game of AFL football.
Well, he's playing his last game for Essendon. That came out this
Is
week.
he gonna?
Is it?
Yeah.
Does he get a third club? Dylan Shield?
Probably getting him
Geez, he
at
was a
Carlton.
good player
Carlton
at
wanted him
Giants.
originally.
You
Probably.
think back at the Giants?
He there was a rumor he's going to go back there, and maybe.
Yeah, it was mid-year. actually.
Jeez, he was
I
a good
think
player.
he'd be too good for VFL football. Someone's got to pick him up.
Yeah.
If he was to play VFL football, I reckon he'd have 60 in a game.
He was at one point considered the best of those Giants guys, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Mate, I thought
Yeah.
Carlton were going to get him. Yeah, he.
Him and like Canelio were like
I think his body's let him down a bit.
the
Yeah.
poster boys.
He's the most that reminds me of Judd, just in his
He's
kind
a,
of
he's,
the
a,
way he
he's a
runs.
smooth mover.
Yeah.
It's an interesting one. I think.
But
Not
then
yet.
representative of Essendon's, Desoro's mistakes, like paying big money for these guys.
Well, that's
Devin
that's
Smith's
that's
another
a
one.
risk that St Kilda play as well. Like
Yeah,
where you get so desperate as to get blokes in.
yeah.
I don't know.
Do you need my
Alright.
same game multi?
Yes. Let's
Es-
finish on this.
Essendon at the line,
What's the
the
line?
line?
21.5.
Can I get on that line within 5 minutes of this game? So you know who's going to win.
Liam
Yes.
McMahon to kick 2, and Ashton Moyer to kick 2. It's paying $11.
My concern with it, McMahon to kick 2. Is he the number 1 now?
No, I got Peter Wright. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And Langford.
Well, you know what? I reckon Langford could be the smoky to kick goals because surely the first and second go to 2 metre Peter and McMahon almost at the moment, don't they? Or hang on. Or maybe Baldwin's hit the nail on the head and he's a third and he gets a third defender.
Yeah, they'll go to Langford.
Hmm.
I like
I
Harry
really
Mackay
like
will
it.
kick first goal. There's value for your multi.
How many for Harry tonight?
He has the bare minimum has to be 4.
Hang on. Well, what if they need him next week against Gold Coast?
Oh. I reckon they've missed one there,
Yeah, right.
Will.
Yeah.
Should we do...
Are they forfeiting it?
Yeah.
The mercy rule.
The odds are that there'll be one upset this weekend in the final 9 games.
I worry about the Crows.
And let's keep the Gold
I
Coast
worry about the Dogs.
Essendon game out of it. Who's it going to be?
I worry the Dogs could lose to Freo at the car park. At the concrete jungle.
You're just saying that because you're a Dogs fan, though. Do you really...
Well,
I'm going. Are you going, Wilbur?
no, we're covering the game here. So, Clubby
I'll tune in
TV.
with my AirPods. Yeah.
Yeah.
Clubby TV Sunday afternoon.
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. We'll be here watching Freo Doggies.
It's you, I, and...
McGilla.
McGilla.
Oh, he's a big dog. He's nothing.
Nah, he's
He's a
cankers.
Northman.
Yeah.
I'll bring all the nuff.
So you're not going, Will?
No,
Oh, he's got you in the vice.
I'll be
Loyal.
here. I'll be here
You
cheering
just keep
on.
showing up, Willie. No doubt about him.
Um,
what about... Can Melbourne win?
I think they can.
I
I think
can
they
too.
can. Big time.
Let me see their
For
ins.
Troy Chaplin. Who takes over at the D's?
Choco.
Bucks.
Nathan Buckley.
Bucks.
Yeah. I think he's the right type of coach for them, and I think that listening to him talk, his messaging's changed around that job in comparison to previous jobs that have come up. I think he's interested.
Oh, he's interested.
He's a left fielder.
But he doesn't have to go anywhere.
Could-
It's the same.
St Kilda beat Giants.
Yeah,
Yeah,
At
Yeah.
$5.10.
don't mind it.
they're on a hot streak. Why not?
And they've got a bit of they'll be right in the wave of Nas.
Mm. Mm.
Well, he's been in Adelaide in 2 years, so enjoy it for while you got it. St. Fans.
All right, gents.
Heard the
Thank you
Yochis
very
really
much.
good.
Where's our
Where's our Hotel Collingwood?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Funny you say that. I was just questioning that.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get a bit peckish.
Can we just work out what time Shay booked that for? Willie?
Yeah, that'd be
It's probably coming any moment now.
Probably sitting downstairs cold.
that'd be really good.
Yeah, could. No, because it usually comes up.
Well, if you are a Collingwood supporter and you want to watch the game tomorrow night, then you should go to Hotel Collingwood because it's a pub in the heart of Richmond,
Richmond?
Collingwood.
In the heart of Collingwood.
In the heart of Collingwood,
Just had to pick that one
their
up.
menu's black and white. It's very much a Collingwood pub, so you'll be amongst.
I go there
friends if
most
you wanna watch it.
weekends. Never disappointed. Never leave disappointed.
The food there and at the Beehive is some of the best pub food in Melbourne, I think.
Yeah.
Very
is.
good burger.
Unmatched.
Mm,
Yeah, it is.
Unmatched.
Absolutely.
There he is, out the man of the moment, McMahon.
yep.
The steaks are delicious.
Who would have thought that he should probably be playing for Carlton?
Probably should be. I'm surprised that Melbourne didn't pick him up either, to be honest. Like
The
they,
Carlton VFL best and fairest as well.
And then played.
he's
the-
their captain.
Was he mid-season pick this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. So he was
Went
taking
through
the.
a few vices there. There must be a few
He was taking the piss for the Blues in the VFL.
You don't have, if you win a best and fairest in the VFL, you're going
Especially
pretty well.
if you're young and
Yeah.
you're a key forward. He's just one of those guys that no matter what level he played at, he'd kick goals.
Some people just know where it is.
Yeah.
Well, isn't it sometimes about recruiting? Everyone just looks at what the things he can't do rather than he can, and he's probably one of those. Because he's not like he's probably not going to tackle. He's probably like not going to like crunch packs, but he's got good craft and he'll kick goals.
It's pretty crazy. It's the last game of the year for these two.
Yeah, it comes around quick, doesn't
But
it?
like to think that I feel like the season just started, and Carlton will not play again for 4 months.
At what part of the game do you start thinking, let's just not get injured here, so I can start pre-season day one and in good shape and be able to enjoy my break?
Some of them are probably playing for their careers.
halfway through the third.
Yeah, that's why I think Essendon might be a good chance because so many guys
Yeah,
are
true.
playing for a career.
Dill said that during the week. I think it's a good call, and he'd know.
Whereas
Well-
the Carlton guys are set.
Well, are they though?
Well, most of them.
What's the ruling on mid-season contracts? Is it 6 months?
I think you could nominate. You nominate your term, so you can get a 6-monther, or you can do 18.
Yeah. Okay, because it's you're looking at like the kids like Flynn Young, for example, who's come in and
So he's one of the ones that's done really well.
he's been doing
Who's he play
well.
for at Carlton?
Carlton.
With the long
Carlton.
hair?
Nah, short number 45, short blonde hair, from the Newtown and Chilwell Football Club. I played one
Shows how
game of
much I know
football with
about
him,
them.
There you go.
and I pipped him as best player. So
Have you seen much of Jai Cully?
Yeah, Jai
He looks
Cully.
good.
Jai
Yeah,
Cully.
I'm like, why did the West Coast still list him?
Jai Cully at VFL level has been unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal. He's probably the second major ball winner for when Casey play, apart from Riley Bonner.
How
He
good
should,
Bonner's goal, by the
mate,
way.
Riley Bonner should still be playing AFL.
Riley Bonner should be on a
Yeah.
list, but
How about that goal he kicked?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't believe that the knock was on his kicking at AFL level. He's a beautiful kick.
Tell you who he'd be
Yeah.
playing for
Yeah.
tonight. Essendon.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
both of these teams. He would. I mean, he works at Melbourne. He'd be playing for Melbourne at times.
he'd be a walk on.
But back to Jai Cully.
Yeah.
So he's 192. They're playing him wing now. He kicks really well. He's tough. He's 22.
Yeah,
Like, I just can't understand why the Eagles got rid of him.
Yeah,
it's
I know.
it's beyond me, to be honest.
No, they've got really good plans for the future.
Really, really good plans to just keep bringing.
So
in
you'd be
kids.
to go back to your question earlier. You'd be concerned about them if they didn't have 80 million in the bank. Like, they're just so wealthy that they'll survive no matter what happens. But their list is still nowhere and a while away from being any good.
Yeah, we did West Coast last week, and it's obviously an F. But
It's almost
What's-
like
what do you look
they're
forward
almost
to?
ungraded. Like, it's sort of
Yeah.
hard to have
You don't get Baker
expectations
and
on them.
Graham in though, and get like what like.
I think they probably brought them in just for to get their culture right.
Yeah.
Although I'm not sure Jack Graham sort of held up his end of the bargain this
No,
year.
he
with
might
his
muck
sort
that
of
up there.
incident.
Tell you what, like we spoke about Zach Merritt earlier, like on screen right now. Far out, like he is that good.
He's
I'd
an
love to see him go
absolute
somewhere
gun.
else.
He takes the
That's his brother, Jackson Merritt.
absolute
Where did he play?
P1
Essendon.
double 5.
He's just like he's like the cricketer that just like you just know that he's going to make 50 every week.
Yeah.
yeah, he is.
Like he's like Steve Smith.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, this West Coast list is.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
Chester go okay, or is he?
Chesser. So I don't
That's
know,
one.
mate. It's all about me, but I also coached him, and he was a first round pick. He was amazing against Melbourne a couple of weeks ago. I'd never seen him play like that, so maybe he can make it. But he's been a slow burn as well.
Yeah. And Oscar Allen goes.
Yeah,
to
Am I-
Brisbane.
Am I correct in saying West Coast have only won one game this year?
that is correct. They
Is
beat
this-
North. They beat North.
So they actually regressed because did they win 2 last year?
Yeah.
When did
Well, they beat
North?
Melbourne last year.
When did they beat North?
They beat him early in the year over when I think North sold one of their games.
No, I
no,
think
no,
I think West
Richmond.
West Coast beat St Kilda
They did too.
Did they?
That's the
Yeah.
only game they won. Yeah.
at Optus.
No, they didn't beat North.
Yeah,
North,
right.
North
They
beat
beat
them.
St Kilda.
Yeah, okay.
North were down all
That's
day.
right.
Sorry, Chom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah,
They
remember
beat
that
St
now.
Kilda.
That's right.
Is this the worst season statistically by any AFL team?
Newman's in career savers. Look at them. crazy.
Well, what did Essendon win in the top-up year? They beat Melbourne.
They beat Melbourne. They beat. Oh,
Probably beat Crows. Those are the pits of our existence.
Can someone... Where is that dinner beat? What is going on here? Bear's got the knives and forks out, but there's no food.
There's
And
no
the-
blight on the coach of Collingwood, of course. I think we may have mucked up the order. That being said, it looks like there's 14 people here.
yeah. They've pushed everyone to one side.
Is anyone still watching?
You there, Link?
Lincoln.
Guys, I think that Carlton win this by 40 points. It's
No,
sitting
they
out
left it at the bottom of the stairs, did they?
No way.
Great, I love cold steaks.
Don't tell me my chicken's gonna have salmonella.
How long has it been there for?
Oh. Well, that's a good thing.
They wouldn't do that, Hotel Collingwood. They're very good operators.
Should we...
Can you give
Papa?
Chief a call?
Very slick.
Yes, I'll give the chief a call. Are we still on?
Yeah, we're still on. Do you want me to?
Anyone?
Nah,
So-
let's wrap it up.
so
Who's
Zoe-
our tip?
Let's give a tip.
Unless the chat, of course, wants to stay on.
I've tipped,
Yeah.
I've tipped the Bombers.
I'll tip the Bombers. Just quickly on the West Coast chat, West Coast would be the equal worst season to GWS. Surely GWS have had a season where they've won more than one game.
Nah, they were pretty shit, mate.
Like the very first GWS.
The inaugural.
Yeah.
Well, no, they had an They had a season where they didn't win a game in their first year, didn't they?
No, they won a few games, I reckon. But
Really?
who knows?
Good to see Vossi not sitting on the staircase this week.
I'm assuming that just based on this email chain, then it should be arriving at 7:30.
Any minute
I'll
now.
be in bed by then.
All right.
Well, that's
Um,
the
Oh, that's a wrap.
yeah the
The
game
punter
started.
should know that we also have a Sunday Clubby TV.
Yep, 3
Dogs,
p.m.
Dockers.
Yeah,
If you miss
Dockers dogs.
it, be there or be square.
Big
Yeah.
game. Huge
It
game.
yeah.
shapes the
biggest
eight.
game. Yeah.
Shapes the eight.
It's a basically a wild card.
And McGill's going to be on the couch.
I tell you what,
McGilla.
it shapes to be a better game than this.
Yes.
McGilla.
The dead rubber.
McGill's
The
great
door,
value.
in fact, the gates are open at the MCG if you want to walk down tonight. They're letting him in.
Pretty sure a few of the twos boys are handing out tickets tonight.
Well, Zach was handing out 14 tickets into a corporate box for free, so
Yeah.
that's how much interest there
Uncle
is.
Ken.
Yeah.
Here we go. They're at the back.
Here we go.
Essendon.
Smarty.
Menzie.
Oh no, Menzie.
Menzie on his left. Has he got a left foot? No, he doesn't. Must have a right foot.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Geez, he called
Gone.
it. Geez, that was a bit stiff.
If young
Jeez.
Menzie had a left foot then, he would have finished, but he doesn't. So he went back in the two.
Well, we're gonna dash and we're gonna watch the rest of this game and hopefully eat our food when it gets here from.
Are you going to watch the rest of it, Will?
How am I gonna watch the rest of it?
Yeah.
I'm just going to
Thanks
enjoy your company.
KO
Thanks
Sports.
to KO and
Yeah.
who else? BWS.
BWS. We'll finish
Lucky
off
I've got a
some game day
KO
battles.
premium account, so I'll be watching on my phone on the way
Beautiful.
home.
Thank you, B. Thank you, Swale. Thank you,
Thanks,
Baldwin.
everyone.
Great to be here.
Thank you, everyone. And
That's a better product than the amount of viewers we had this evening.
We'll see you on Sunday.